Hey everyone, it's Bonnie, and today I have a June wrap-up for you all. I didn't read that many books this month, but I still wanted to do this, so let's get right into it. This month I not only read books, but also a short story, which I don't often do. However, I was contacted by an author named James DeSantis. I think that's how you say your name, not sure. But his YouTube is Ultimate Chance. And he asked me if I would read his short story, Sons, and review it. And after hearing the description, I decided, why not? It's a short story, I'll go for it. So his short story is titled Sons, and this is the description I was given that I thought I would read to you. Hunted, being hunted, death, life, things we have at one point, but that could disappear at any given moment. Sons tells a short, bitter tale of two hunters with much to lose. Which one will fight harder to survive in this world? Hoo-hoo. So, not gonna lie, when I first read that description, I was intrigued, but I also thought that it would be a Hunger Games kind of ripoff. But I was completely wrong. So yes, Sons does tell the story of two hunters, except they're not both human. One is a wolf, and one is a human. And first of all, let me say, this is definitely an adult story, so if you're used to like YA or if you don't like words with a lot of swearing in it, I wouldn't read this. Yes, on one side we have a human and his son. They're very sort of backwoodsy kind of family. Kind of think like Winter's Bone-ish, kind of, if you've watched that movie with Jennifer Lawrence. And then the other is a wolf and his son. And yeah, it's very interesting, you know, I didn't think I would get into it that much, because you never know with like independent authors and whatnot, but I gave it a shot and I enjoyed it, you know. I don't think it was like the greatest thing I've ever read, but it was pretty good for a short story. Some things I really liked about this short story was that it did take me by surprise into what I thought it would be, and I think it was very interesting to see the perspective of a human and a wolf. A little weird, but also interesting and different. There were a few grammatical errors that I caught throughout the story. Not anything too major, just a few things I noticed here and there, which probably happens a lot with independent authors, so you know, it's whatever. So if you like short stories, I would give this one a shot, because it was pretty good. And overall, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Next, I'm going to get into the books that I read this month, and I basically liked every book that I read. Yup. So the first book that I read this month was Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac by Gabrielle Zevin. This book tells the story of Naomi, who falls when she's going down the stairs outside of her high school and hits her head and loses her memory. We get to see her deal with things that happened over the years that she's forgotten. I believe it's about 4 years of her life that she forgot, and a lot of things happened. Stupid draw something. Overall, I really like this book. I think it kind of was slow at some points for me, and the main character could get a little annoying sometimes, but overall, it was nice. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and yeah, I recommend it if you haven't read it yet. And I think it's like really cheap on Book Outlet right now, because I bought it for like $3 on Book Outlet, and then I saw it on there for like $1 or something, and I was pretty mad because I could have got it for $1, but oh well. The next book I read in the month of June is Dangerous Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. I'm not going to go into much on this one because I do have a full review on my channel, so check that out if you want to know more. I enjoyed it for the most part and gave it a 4 out of 5 stars as well. Probably would have given it a 3.5, you know, but you can't do that on Goodreads, so yeah. Next in June, I read Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and this has been on my list to read for so long, so I was so happy to finally get to it. And I loved it. It was so well written, the story was just interesting, the pacing was really good, the pictures in it were creepy and told like the best stories. Like, I'm sure you've seen pictures of this book by now, but yeah, they're just so creepy and cool, and it just really made the story amazing, and I'm super excited to get the next one, Hollow City, and continue with the story. Obviously, I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. And finally, the last book I read in June was We Were Liars by E. Lockhart, another book that I really, really enjoyed. I'm not going to go too far into detail with this one either because I'm about to film a review for it right after this video, so it'll probably be up after this or before this, who knows. But yeah, it was good, it was suspenseful and mysterious and thrilling, and I loved it. And yeah, you should definitely go into this open-minded, so keep that in mind. Alright guys, so that was my June wrap-up. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.